Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to Real Madrid Hub again. I'm your host, Dr. Jota, and unfortunately, we are just starting this break of the World Cup. I know for some of you guys, it is a very exciting moment, right? As you are gonna see, as you are gonna witness and watch all the games from your favorite national teams and stuff like that. And yeah, that's great. I have nothing against that, but let me tell you, I prefer 100 times the Real Madrid and clubs football versus the national team football. But let me tell you something. In regards to the World Cup, I have to say I am going to try to cover as much as possible, okay? Especially regarding to all the national teams or the biggest national teams or the most favorite for winning the World Cup, like Brazil, France, and Germany and stuff like that, right? Because I know that some of you guys are very interested in that, so I'm going to try to cover things like that. But as long as we have Real Madrid news, I'm going to share all of them with you all guys, because it's very important to keep updated, right? To keep ourselves updated in all the things that can happen to our Real Madrid, right? And the first thing I have for you guys today is pretty much this. PSG has already laid on the table an offer for Endrick. And is this good or is this bad? Let me tell you something. The information where we are getting the information out of is ESPN Brazil. ESPN Brazil is one of the most reliable sources when it comes to Brazilian players, because they know every single Brazilian player all around the world, right? So it is legit. It is legit information. It is very good information. And the thing here is, probably you've been listening to all the people saying Endrick is a player who really likes Real Madrid and who really wants to play for Real Madrid, right? And that's completely true. Problem is, if Real Madrid is not going to put everything he got, right, for signing Endrick, then the club and Endrick as well will try to find another route, right? If PSG or Chelsea are pushing hard for him, right? In both ways, for the club or pressing to the club and the player, of course the player will have to pick between the between both teams, right? Like PSG or Chelsea. So not Real Madrid. So that is my question mark right now popping up in the air. You don't know what is going to happen. And the other day when I was talking to Roberto Morales and Jose Luis Sanchez, a couple of Spanish journalists, they said, man, it is, football, everything changes overnight, right? Everything changes overnight. It's very difficult to predict anything. So I wouldn't say it is done or it's going to be easy for Real Madrid. I prefer to say, let's wait a little bit and see what happens. So for now, the information from ESPN Brazil telling us PSG will or has laid on the table already now an offer of about 60 million. It's probably true, but Chelsea is trying to match it, okay? Which means Chelsea is going all into Endrick, and apparently the player prefers the Chelsea rather than PSG. So let's see what happens. But for Real Madrid, this is very bad news, and we don't know what's going to happen with this signing.